Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think as long as the body is good and the body is okay and the mind is good, I feel good. I always fancy my chances every time I go to play an event, and yeah, I'm looking forward. You just told me my 10th one, so it's nice to know that I've been playing all these ones. I think I played my first one when it was in Queens in 2011 or 2012, and there was a whole different group of players with Shabana, Greg, Nick, Peter Barker, and there was Aslan. There were so many different players. And then I went to Dubai. There was completely different players as well. Then now it's a completely different player. So it's nice to being around it when I had to face different generations. Definitely, you gain a lot of experience in that, dealing with different characters. Yeah, and proud to be able to stay that long at the top and compete with different generations. My mentality was to try and be the best I can be, is to be the best player in the world. Try and do it in against different many generations. And to stay hungry and stay humble with it, and master the art of letting go. I think I've always told myself I don't have the luxury to celebrate when I win, because I want to win next week again, and I don't have the luxury to let a loss affect me so much, so it costs me the tournament of the week after. So and I had that always in my head whenever I had a loss or a win, so I can stay consistent over the year and not let a win excite me too much, and not let a lose affect me too much. So of course I had my moments where I could break down because I'm a human being, but I think I've been inside the top 5 for at least, I don't know, maybe in the last 10 years now. I've been inside the top 5 consistently or something, or maybe close to it. So I think that the consistency I wanted to have in my career, and I continue to do so, hopefully. I think every time I go to a tournament, every time I'm on court to a match, I always have a chance to win the match. Against anyone, I always fancy my chances. When you go to this tournament, obviously every match is like a final. You can play any of these guys in a final of a big event, so which is the beauty of this event, really, because every match is gonna be huge. I feel like I'm ready to win it if I play the right game, if I'm on the right game plan against each opponent, and I do hope I can play good squash there. I wouldn't call this season has been my best season ever, but I would definitely say it was much better than last season. There are things that I would have liked to do that I didn't, and there are things that I didn't think I was gonna maybe do, and I did it. So you as an athlete, when you play at the top for a long time, you always have to accept that you can't win everything, you can't have everything, but you gotta accept that some of the things that you might want and not get, accept that they don't let it affect you for the rest of the season. So I think I played a good season to my standard. I think there were moments definitely I could have done better. I will always feel that I can do better even if I win every single tournament. That's always how I am as an athlete. I think I definitely played a much better season. I think having Greg with me had helped so much mentally to get the hunger back after last year. Having England Squash and the support I'm getting, having a team with me in every tournament, all these things help you to make you be in the best shape you can be in every event. I think it was a pretty cool thing. There was a time during this season where Diego was world #1, I was 2, and Asal was 3. I think it was a pretty cool thing that with the longevity I had in my career, I'm at a time where the person above me is 7 years younger than me, and the person behind me is 11 years younger than me. So to say that I'm competing with a generation like this, when I was world #1 at 22 years old. So I'm 32. That was 10 years ago, and I got world #1 for the first time, and I'm still competing for the world #1 10 years later. So I think it's a pretty cool thing to be having a rivalry with 2 players that are so much younger than me. Obviously, the other players are like Ali is always there, Paul, but Ali had injuries obviously at the beginning of the season. Paul has not been playing as good as he was the last few seasons, and Gawad had the injury. So in terms of like the rivals that have been in the semis final consistently, it has been Diego and Asal this year, and I've been competing with them, and I think it's been a cool thing to go through that with the both of them. I would like to still go to world #1 one more time in my career, and I want to retire. When I retire, say that I've done and I became the best player in the world against this generation and this generation and this generation and that generation. And I haven't done it yet on Diego and Asal. And this is something, even if I can get it in one more day in my life, this is my goal to try and do. I've been very close this season in a lot of moments. I still have another chance here in the Laguna and World Series final to do it. So, so to say the highlight of the season when you still have 2 big events left is hard to give because I still believe the main highlight of what I came here for this season, the thing that I really wanted to achieve is to become world #1. Hasn't happened yet, and I have a chance to make it happen in this week or the next week. So let's see.